Am I leading? And welcome back to another episode of From Corner to Corner Coach's Corner. It sounds weird with me doing the introduction, but it almost sounds better. I mean, we can say that. Yeah. It does sound better. I sound better. Just in general, better. Yeah. So we are live from the Community Trust Bank Studios here on North Maysville, and Wes has to turn on the volume every time.
I wanted to make sure the audio was actually working this time.
Every time. If you go back and listen to any of our lives, you always hear Wes pull up the phone and listen.
It never fails for the audio to mess up. We'd be sitting there going,
we're on like a 3-week streak, though.
Right, so don't even talk about it. So we're
having our own technical tonight.
Well, you're a technical issue. So we're in the Community Trust Bank Studios. First time you all have ever been here.
It is.
And we're on North Maysville, Sean. It's North Maysville. Okay, because he just says Maysville. Here on Maysville. It's like it's North Maysville. Right? I mean, you've lived here your whole life. You too. You too.
No.
I know. But long enough.
Long enough.
It's North Maysville.
It is.
So tonight with us we have our coach of the AquaIndians.
Yes.
Miss Lainey Neal back with us, and she brought a couple swimmers. Why don't you introduce the swimmers?
I brought Addie McCann and Cooper Gross, two of our senior swimmers, with us today.
Woo! Addie just signed recently to West Virginia Wesleyan Tech or something, right?
No Tech. Put some respect on the Wesleyan.
Sorry. How does it feel to be a collegiate swimmer?
I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm blessed with the opportunity, and I've had a bunch of support along the way, so I'm excited.
So what's their swim program like? Because it is West Virginia. I mean, it's no different than swimming in the winter in Kentucky. I mean, we're in swim season. It's snowing outside. It is snowing, but only in Montgomery County. So they have a really good program.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Now, what level are they?
They're Division 2.
Division 2? Wow. Okay. Not bad.
So before we started recording, you were telling me that not only do you do this with the high school team, but you're also a part of a travel team. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I swim with the Sailfish in Winchester Sailfish. It's a club swim team, so I practice with them 7 days a week, and yeah, they keep me pretty busy.
Man, I don't want to practice anything 7 days a week.
Never.
You don't want to practice anything 7 days a week, do you, Mr. Gross?
That's an easy no.
There is a team. I run a route in Lexington. There's a team. I service Boston Road Kroger.
The Lexington Dolphins. They swim outside all winter.
It can be this temperature outside. And it's a heated pool, but it's not covered. And on Saturdays at 8 o'clock, it doesn't matter if it's 20 degrees or 20, 30 degrees outside. They are in that pool doing laps.
That's the team my kids all swam for growing up.
Gotcha. No. Not 30 degrees.
You're not about that life, huh?
No, when I get out, I'm going to be like, we're done. This is not for me.
It's a special breed to be a swimmer.
I guess so.
So, Coach, tell us how the season's gone so far.
The season has gone a lot like our season always goes. If we swim teams east of us, we generally are pretty dominant. When we go west, we sometimes find our place in the world a little bit.
Yeah,
Outside of Clark County?
Yes, well,
Is the streak still alive?
I don't think we're going to swim them until regionals. And the streak may end. I don't know. We'll see.
It won't.
Boys are fine.
Boys
are going to be fine. Girls may be a little sketchy. Combined, thank God we have divers. That's probably where that's going to come down to.
Well, but you do have quite the streak against Clark County.
We do.
So, how many meets have you had so far?
How many guys? 3 swim meets, and then a couple of dive-only meets. And
how have we done so far in those?
We won the Belfry Border Battle, which was a conglomeration of teams.
Conglomeration. I'm going to put that in my dictionary.
That's a good one.
From West Virginia, Eastern Kentucky, Virginia. We were the big city folks at that one. That was fun. Then we swam Bourbon County, Fleming County, and Paris.
Okay.
That was also good for us.
Is that at the Y?
We swim at College Park in Winchester.
Okay.
We hosted that meet. And then we went and swam Woodford County and Lafayette.
And
that's a little different level of competition. We swam great, but they both beat us, which would be expected. Lafayette's one of the toughest teams in our region. They may end up winning the girls' region this year, which would be first time anyone's beaten Dunbar, I don't know, in like 11 years or something. So that'll be, they just won the Lexington City meet this weekend. First time.
I mean, that's a big deal.
That's a huge deal. I mean, winning the city meet is basically the precursor to winning the region.
Right.
Because we're in the Lexington Regional, which is generally one of the toughest regions. Looks to be a little slow this year, which is exciting for us.
Yeah.
Gives us a better chance to have some kids score. But yeah, it's a tough region to be in.
Now, you talked about the meet in Belfry, so was it? Our two seniors did really well on that one, right?
Our two seniors did great. Everybody did great. We really, across the board.
Bobby, I think, did you all bring home individual hardware too?
They didn't do individual hardware. They just do girls champion, boys champion, and combined.
Okay.
And we swept the hardware.
I mean, if you're going to drive to Belfry, you might as well win everything.
That's kind of our take on it.
Yeah.
Did you swim on Pond Creek? Because Belfry is Pond Creek Nation.
Well, we did not. They actually swim at the Pikeville YMCA, which is a very pretty facility. And, we went and swam, had lunch, and came home. It was a lovely day.
Lovely day in Belfry.
Lovely day in Eastern Kentucky. I don't know what else to say about that. It was quite nice.
And that's all I got to say.
That's all I got to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that one.
So, Mr. Gross, how long have you been an active member of the swim team?
Of like the Montgomery County High School team?
How long have you been swimming in general? Okay. And then how long have you been a part of the high school team?
I started swimming for Gators when I was 4 years old, somewhere 4 or 5 years old.
Okay.
And then my freshman year is when I started swimming for the high school team.
Okay. And so it's your senior year. What do you what's your thoughts so far, other than trying to get out of practice?
Other than getting out of practice, when it comes to meet-wise, just leave it all out in the pool, just have fun, go win some races, get your butt kicked every now and then, humble you. And, I've made a couple friends that, are, I'll talk to during the meet.
Right.
It'll be fun and exciting, and I think that's just the good part about swimming meets is, you make new friends, you get beat or you win, and it's bragging rights for anyone who wins. Right,
and I've been a part of a few swim meets, and it's not the most enjoyable time I've ever had. Of course, a lot of that had to do with my son, who just decided that he didn't want to do anything. So you have gone through, your senior year in a previous sport. You also play football, so you kind of know how those emotions are going to go. As you know, because you just finished football, it goes a lot fast. You keep thinking that as you're playing, it's like, we'll do it next year. Oh man, we'll do that next year. Well, for you in terms of high school athletics, there isn't a next year.
This is it.
So does that make you I know we talked about the issue with practice, but it meets. Does that make you go harder?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think this is the first year that I've really gotten into it.
Yeah.
And at the meets, you can ask her, I get into it a little bit. It's just my way of having fun and getting that ability to go out there and want to win.
Right.
High school swimming has a taunting rule. You're not allowed to taunt.
I would be terrible then.
So
what is taunting?
It's very subject to interpretation. You're not really supposed to get up and clap on the blocks, and you're not supposed to intimidate your competition.
And I haven't broken any rules yet, just to
You skirted the line.
He definitely has seen where the line is.
So you dabble in the gray area.
Cooper likes to get up there and give the stink eye to the person next to him. Flex, and it's hilarious. And there is no one who will work harder to win a race. He will absolutely swim as hard as he can. It's fabulous. He's had a couple of come from behind victories this year that have been really fun to watch. For a non-club swimmer, he is as dedicated and hardworking, and he's a fast swimmer. It's great. We appreciate it. But his intensity and his desire to win are fabulous. All I have to do is tell him who we don't like,
right?
And he's all in. That's all I need.
So where does that? Sorry, who's going to ask the question now?
I don't know. I was just going to ask if he splashed the guy in the next lane.
Okay,
That's all I was going to ask.
No, I usually just keep it simple. Like, you win or lose, you know, you go over and just shake your hand and be like, hey, good race, man.
As you turn, because you got to turn your head and you shout to like, you're terrible.
No, I don't do that. I'm not good enough to do that.
So where do you get the competitive spirit from? Does that come from your mom or your dad?
That's
I have my
that
thoughts
is a
on
diff-
that.
Possibly my mom, because she grew up playing sports.
I was going to say, she's not. Wes Crouch is.
That comes from your mom.
I agree.
Plain and simple.
Mom.
She's a cheerleader. She and was in numerous national state competitions. It was your mom.
Well, there you go.
These
So-
are young people.
A question got answered for you.
Thank you.
So Eddie, let's talk about your senior year a little bit.
Okay.
How long have you been swimming, and then how long have you been with the high school team?
I started swimming when I was 5.
Okay.
And that was with Lainey and her son. Jake was actually one of the first people that ever got to work with me.
Okay.
And I remember I started Gators because someone said, you'd be really good on the swim team. And I said, no, I already know how to swim.
Because you thought
I thought I knew it all.
right.
So,
Well, and you thought that well, they're going to teach me how to swim. Like I don't need to learn how to swim.
yeah, I already knew it.
Right.
So, and then I started on the high school team when I was 12 in 7th grade.
Okay. Well, that was going to be my question. Can we have middle schoolers on the high school team?
Yes, you're eligible to swim in the 7th grade.
Okay. Because, and I guess you can be varsity.
Yes.
So because it's not not a combat
Non-contact
sport. Okay. So how has your senior year been so far?
It's been really good. Swim and school have both been really good. It's going too fast though.
It does go fast. I mean, we're already
Christmas, it goes even faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just hope for those snow days. Yeah.
Why?
I can agree to that.
Because there's such long stretches without days off. You need those snow days.
We get days off in February for swim. We're good.
We don't.
We're not worried about the rest of y'all. We got some time off.
We don't.
West
So-
is going to Florida for cheer nationals. So we're good.
I can't wait.
Who's going to deliver bread that week?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
So
It's not about that. It's about
you're going to swim in college.
Mm-hmm.
What's their academics like? Was that a deciding factor academically, or was it the school that offered me the most money?
It was a mixture of both because I really wanted to find a place that fit me socially, that fit me academically, and that fit me also with my sport. I'd looked at other places and I had other options too.
Mhm.
And there was even a school that I got more money to swim at, but I decided not to take it up because it didn't fit me.
Right.
And I couldn't see that being my home. So
I mean, that's a pretty important decision. You want to make sure that it's a right fit. So what do you want to study?
I'm going to major in nursing.
Nursing?
I want to end up going into pediatric nursing.
Right. And you're obviously going to major in education and be a swim coach.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
That's the plan.
So serious. What do you want to do?
Anything just in the business field. I've started to narrow down some schools that offer good money, but also is what Addie says, fits me.
Yeah.
Feels like home. It's not too far. And anything just in the business field that goes along with that.
Right. Okay. Do you have a question, Wes? Okay. You got really close to the microphone like you want to ask something.
No, I was just actually watching.
Oh, okay. So Coach, got two seniors here. Why don't you talk about what they've meant to your program? And you can talk about the senior class as a whole.
Gosh. Well, these two have been with me the longest of our seniors. We have several other seniors that kind of rolled in after their sophomore year more for the party than anything else, needed that second sport on their resume,
Right.
which I'm fine with. I love that. I love that they're comfortable coming and being part of the team. But these two have been with us the whole time. And then Whitley Jacobs just started last year as a diver, but she's been a major impact athlete for us.
Yeah.
Kind of blew us away actually last year coming in as a diver, transitioning from cheer and tumbling right into diving and went to the state meet her first year.
Oh,
Hopefully going to do that and pick up right where she left off, I hope. So those are my 3 seniors that really we lean on quite a bit.
Yeah.
We have a great group of kids. I mean, top to bottom, one of the things I'm probably the most proud of with our athletes, and this has been handed down for generations, they take care of each other. The older kids really cheer for the younger ones, and there's a lot to be said when those 7th and 8th grade girls can have a senior football player out there cheering for them just like they're their best friend.
Right.
And they don't feel self-conscious or uncomfortable because they've got these older kids that just take them in and make them feel good. And it's a really positive atmosphere, win or lose.
Right.
I'm so proud of the way my athletes treat each other.
Right. Well,
they're not perfect. Don't get me wrong. There's moments that I want to pinch all their little heads off.
But I have Skylar runs cross country with your brother, and he's a 7th grader, and I look up at practice some days, and he was running with Drew, and and I was like, what is I don't know that I necessarily like you hanging out, but it's kind of the same way. They take care of each other. They cheer each other on, and I think that's probably what you find in a lot of the the secondary sports, because you don't get all the accolades. You don't have everybody watching all the time, so you don't get the fan support often. So you have to really be each other's cheerleader.
It's true, and there's going to be things. 7th graders are going to hear and see some things you wish they wouldn't.
Right. But
for the most part, they're good, and they're generally cautious about what they do and say in front of the younger ones. And I'm really grateful for that. Yeah. I've been very lucky through the years. I hope we can continue, that culture will stay the same. I've been really blessed with good boys. Right. That's what kind of makes the deal.
Yeah.
Those older boys don't realize the tone they set.
Right. Well, and the influence that they have.
Right. They really do have a huge influence on the rest of the team. And so I've been very grateful for that influence through the years.
So let's look forward to the rest of the season. Are there any meets in particular that you're looking forward to? And then you all think about it, and I'll come to you as well.
Well, our first meet back after Christmas break, we go swim at Scott County against Scott County and Great Crossing. And that is traditionally a very competitive meet for us.
Right.
It's Scott County and Great Crossing. They're good at pretty much everything, but they're not great at swim. So we have been back and forth. The last couple of years we've beaten them.
Okay.
They'll be a little better. They've upped their coaching staff some. They're going to be better than they've been, but of course, I've been stalking results and because that's what swim dorks do.
It's called scouting.
Yes. So I think we'll be very competitive. I'm looking forward to that meet.
Yep.
It's also it has swim and dive. I love when we get to all be together.
Yep.
It's just more fun that way, and it's good for us, honestly, when we get to use our divers. So that's our first meet back, and I'm really looking forward to that. And then senior night will be January 17th at College Park.
Okay.
We have Rowan County coming in and Berea Community coming in. And Rowan's got a few really good swimmers. Some kids that swim with us at Gators in the summer are on the Rowan County team. So it'll be a fun night for our kids, and ought to be a good end of the season.
A good win.
I mean, just lay it out there.
So you mentioned stalking results.
Mm-hmm.
Where can you find results for swim and dive?
Well, there's an app called Meet Mobile, and it has pretty much any swim meet out there that's been online. It pops up, and you can read through the events and everybody's times, and it's.
I think that's where KHSAA, I'm talking to you, Julian Taggett, you have a lot of faults. You have a lot of faults.
Really?
I can say that.
I hadn't noticed
Now,
that.
I can say that because I don't care what he thinks about me. But one of the things that they do really terribly is they don't we should be able to get results off the KHSA website.
That's why
I mean, the app only has 8 sports on it. That's it.
I can find any other result like basketball, football. I think field hockey was even an option.
Yep.
And it's but you think about all these sports
That's okay. You don't have to say anything. We will fill in the blanks here.
I've invited
You
you.
can find last year's regional results on their website.
Okay, good.
Well, at least there's something.
And state.
I I invite Julian Tackett to come on the show anytime he wants to, and we can debate this. So, have your people contact my people.
Please let me know when he's coming.
I hope he comes.
We were sitting at bleachers right here.
He'll never show. So Addie, let's. What meet or meets are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to our senior night meet. Because I know how it's gonna go. That's all I'm gonna say is I know how it's gonna go. And then I'm excited for regionals because regionals you get to wear your tech suit, you get to bring out your fancy stuff. I don't know, there's a lot of teams. I mean, it's our whole region.
Right.
I get to see friends from other teams that I've seen through club and people that I've met through club, and even my club teammates are in. Like I have ones from Bourbon and GRC and LCA and other schools, so it's cool to get to see everyone. And
So, thinking about senior night, because you don't play a fall sport, right? Is swim the only thing you do? Okay, so that'll be senior night. That'll be like the first time. Do you think you're emotionally prepared for that? Because like you don't think about it, but it's a huge deal. Like you get there, and it's like, oh, geez, it's a huge deal.
Well, it hits all at once, too. Like, you think you're fine all
We know
day.
how it's gonna go.
I think that might have been what she was kind of referencing to.
yeah, I think that I'm going to swim well because I'm going to be excited, and then I think I'm going to do a little victory dance, and then I've already signed to 4 more years of swimming, so I'm not done.
Right, you're not done at all. And so, Cooper, what about you? What meets are you looking forward to?
Well, I'm going to be real creative here and also go with senior night. Just
I actually hadn't heard that, so I'm glad you went with that
Thank
one.
you.
And who do you swim against in that one? It's Berea and
Round
County. Okay, I couldn't remember who the other one was.
It's just, it's senior night. It's your way of being proud of yourself for all the hard work. I mean, there's been practices that make me want to quit, and I think that's good, and that's what senior night's for.
That's probably why your shoulders hurt, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's just a fun way of going out with a bang.
Yeah.
Just congratulating yourself on all the hard work and then ending on a high note before regions.
So I just had a thought that just popped in my head, and I almost chuckled out loud. I'm thinking senior night, and you have people because I think like soccer, and they walk through like the banners. If there's people in the pool, and like you dive through the nobody could do that.
Well, we really can't because our pool doesn't have anything cool. I will say at Scott County senior night, they come down the water slide and bust through a.
Now that's pretty cool.
No, that's pretty cool.
I get creative.
Because we're there senior night.
Every year I get super jealous.
Yeah.
I'm like,
They bust through the thing at the bottom of the slide.
That's really cool.
So, Coach, why don't we put on a filler, tell them, hey, I've got 3 seniors. What, can my seniors be included in the race?
We'll bring the banner.
We'll bring our own banner. You don't have to provide the banner.
Let us just get there early.
Yeah, we'll go first. We'll be the opening
I've
act.
got 7 seniors total. So
So
no.
we'll bring all 7 banners.
Yeah, 7 banners, opening act for the main attraction.
Wes and Adam will hold the banner at the end of the slide.
see, I'm on board with this idea.
You can come up with something creative if y'all want to, but no.
Look, there's nothing wrong with doing it and apologizing later.
Right, we can just do it.
I'm friends with their coaches.
Ask for forgiveness before you ask for permission. Just
There's a reason
get on the water slide first.
Don't get the man in trouble.
Just get on the water slide first and go down.
He gave me the idea.
No, and listen. That's the guy on the wrong show.
I'm
You
going
listen
to
to the guy on the wrong
tell
show.
you Neil Payne is not who you need to
I
take
didn't
advice
know.
from.
He's listening to Adam.
Neil Payne.
I told him not to do
She
it.
said don't listen to Neil. She never said
Don't
don't
listen
listen
to
to
Adam either.
We're basically neighbors. I would never leave my neighbor wrong. So,
Okay.
speaking
Well, I'm
of,
going to talk to you about regionals a little bit.
yeah, that's fine.
Because
Great ass.
the KHSA has, in their infinite wisdom, changed our postseason setup this year.
Okay.
We used to just have a lovely setup where we had regionals and then we went to state. It was great, worked,
because it makes sense. That's what everybody
been the way
else
forever. It's always been the fastest people usually actually get to go to the state championships. It's been great. Well, now we've added the semi-state layer.
Okay.
And
That sounds awesome.
doesn't it down?
Yeah.
And people who don't know swim don't really know swim. Apparently, most people don't. So now our kids are expected to swim 3 championship level meets in 4 weeks. Really excited about that if they can keep qualifying.
Right.
And they're punishing. Let me rephrase that. They are
They're given the opportunity.
They're giving more opportunities to people from other parts of the state that might not be as fast traditionally as Central and Northern Kentucky to qualify for the state championships by giving them a semi-state meet to go to and then guaranteeing that semi-state a certain amount of spots at the state championships.
So they basically did the same thing with golf.
In golf.
Right. Okay. So you got first step, and then you go on to the the actual state team.
So let's say Addie blows it out of the water at region, and her time is one of the fastest in the state. Will she still have to compete at semi-state?
Yes.
Or does she get it like a bye?
Nope. And even if let's say she gets 6th in our region, she might not get to go to semi-state even though she's faster than a whole lot of people in the western half of the state.
So who is in our region?
In our region?
Yes.
All of Lexington, Georgetown.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a lot of, yeah.
We're in the fast. Our region is traditionally very fast. And then our semi-state also includes Northern Kentucky, which is also goes back and forth with us as the fastest region.
So where's the line? Are we the line, and east of us is in a different region?
We're the line.
Of course.
We're the line. Now Powell County is with us. They're one swimmer, but
Gotcha.
they will also be in our region.
So that's like that's a team.
Yes.
They show up with their singular swimmer.
Mhm.
How many events does that joker have to?
Two.
Two events.
Each individual in high school swimming is only allowed to swim 2 events. So one person can't really
Right.
do too much damage, but
So instead of doing a semi-state, and we're not questioning you, Julian Tackett, you're a genius.
I am. I'm questioning.
But why would they not just do like basketball does, like an all-A tournament for those schools that can't qualify for state?
well, swim doesn't need anything other than just one state because it's times.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter how big your school is. It doesn't matter how big your team is. It's pretty simple. That's the joy of swimming. Like, it's part of the reason we have so little drama. There's no picking a team. I don't pick who gets to do what. I don't have to pick a starting lineup or a relay. It's just right there in black and white. You're either the fastest or you're not.
Right.
And it's the joy of the sport.
Right.
And so every time somebody from the non-swim world gets involved and tries to make it fair or provide opportunities, all you're really doing is just messing with something that's so simple.
Yeah.
It's just black and white. I mean, you can.
Well, but we can't leave stuff alone. We got to make it, because we're in a society where we don't want to hurt people's feelings, and if it doesn't matter that Addie has or Cooper gets the 6th fastest time,
Right.
But we want to make sure that small kid from wherever that they have an equal opportunity to go on.
And we already guaranteed 2 spots from every region to go to state.
Yeah.
And then it was, what were we up to, 40 kids going? So then the next 22 fastest at large got to go. It was great. Most of those came from Lexington and Northern Kentucky. Well, now it's just going to be different. We'll see how it works this year.
Yeah.
Not going to stress over it.
No.
We've got a few that are going to have a pretty good shot. But it's going to be harder for our kids.
So your region's not changed. It's just
Our
the
region's
rules.
not changed. It's just the region.
Semi-state being added.
Gotcha.
In the past, we've generally felt comfortable you could get at least 8 kids out of our region in every event. Now the way they've changed it, we can only get 10 to our whole semi-state at large people. And that includes us in Northern Kentucky.
And has there been talks of redistricting or anything like that?
Not really. We could petition to go to the Eastern Kentucky region.
Right.
The problem with that, and this is, I don't know how to phrase this without using bad words, but if you're in that region, what happens traditionally, if you get 2nd place in that region, then you get to state and you're sometimes literally 20 seconds slower than everybody else there.
Yes.
And it's an embarrassment factor. So we've avoided that. I think we're better off, honestly, swimming for those at-large spots and having to go fast than, some years we could battle to be the region champs in that region. Madison, the Richmond schools got themselves moved down there a couple years ago to Eastern Kentucky.
Oh.
I know. So Madison Central is right now the king of that region. The funniest thing is our region drives to Eastern Kentucky to swim. We swim our regionals in Barberville because it's I know.
It's awful.
Because it's the
dumbest thing.
It's the only
I'm not on camera, and I'm glad you had the reaction I did. Like, what?
It's the only pool. Our region is so big. It's 3 times bigger than the Eastern Kentucky regional bodies wise. It's the only pool in the area big enough to host our region that is affordable. UK is so ridiculous. They price it out so no high school can host regionals there. So we drive. Our entire region packs up and drives to Barberville for 2 days
Wow.
to have our regional meet down there. And then the Eastern Kentucky Regional has their region at EKU. In their teeny
That you
tiny
have to
little
pass.
But we go right. We all pass each other. We all pass each other driving to our regional meets and rave, and it's really funny.
So then where does the state meet?
It's at UK
Okay, so
because KHSAA has to pay for that,
right.
and so that is that's at UK. The semi-state, we're going to Covington for that, to the new Scott High School pool.
I mean, that at least makes sense because
they're in our semi-state.
right.
Yes.
I mean, I'm surprised that they're not sitting in a bowling green to swim your semi-state.
And then for dive regionals, the entire state has dive regionals in Louisville.
Okay.
Half the regions are on one day, half are on the other day. Doesn't matter where you live, you're having your regionals in Louisville.
Yeah.
Just pick your day.
So you bring up dive, and I've got to ask, how many houseboat gainers have we seen this year?
We just have one houseboat gainer this year, and he's actually getting pretty good. John Andrew Ledford joined the dive team this year, and he has been awesome. But his original gainer was a little houseboat style.
Oh, yeah.
But he's getting it.
You got to start somewhere.
Hey, the first day I said, "Can you do a gainer?" He goes, "Oh, I think so." I was like, "Okay, let's see it."
Was he close?
Oh, he did it.
Okay.
But it was houseboat.
But it looked like he was running off the end of the boat to the lake. And
So, and I know we're getting close on time. Let's talk about dive for a little bit. How has their season started?
their season's been great. They continue right where we left off. You can only enter 4 kids in any event at the regional championships. We'll have 4 girls that'll be eligible. You have to be able to do 11 dives from 5 categories, which is really hard to pull off.
That sounds like a lot.
It's a lot. And so we're going to have 4 girls that'll be eligible. We'll have 2 boys, and that's going to be more than anybody else in the regional have.
Yeah.
Most likely all 6 of those kids will qualify for state. There's no semi-state in diving, though. Just swim.
It's just,
I know. No, even though it's just an event in the swim meet, but they get to skip straight through.
I'm sure they're making money off this somehow, because money drives
You
everything.
would have to think. I don't know. I mean, they charge an arm and a leg to go to every meet. So
How much is it to get into a swim meet?
well,
Depends on probably
dual
where it's
meets. Dual meets are like any other. I mean, ours are $4 or $5. I think $5. Some are a little more. Now the regionals will be 8 or 10. State's probably 15.
And you all don't set prices on those. That's coming down from,
Oh yeah, we don't get anything to say about any of that.
yeah.
No.
How many people you got on the team?
Just under 40, or right at 40.
Because I remember last time you were on, you threw a number, and I was like, dang, I was expecting like 10.
Yeah,
There was
there's about 40 on the high school team. And then like our little summer team, the Gators, it's about 150.
Do you think we would benefit? Oh, I'm sorry. Is there a middle school swim?
Oh, funny you ask. I actually took,
They practice in Barberville.
we go to Barberville. Some places have middle school swim. We do not officially have a team, but we were invited to a middle school meet this past weekend down in Russell County. And Morgan, my assistant, and I decided, okay, sure. So we rounded up a few 5th and 6th graders that are USA club swimmers and our 7th and 8th graders on the high school team, and we took them down there.
Yeah.
Competed against 7 other teams. We got second.
Okay.
Leah Pelfrey, one of our 6th graders, was named most outstanding female swimmer of the meet.
Nice.
So our future is bright.
Right.
It's fun. I might have been insane to, a week before Christmas on a Friday night, drive to Russell Springs.
That's a haul.
It is a haul, but we had a good time. Kids did well. They were excited. It was the first time for all the 5th and 6th graders to get to do something like for their school with
Right.
their Indians cap on. And,
Right.
they were like, we get a red cap? You do. And you get to keep it.
You get to keep it. It's
Nobody
on your
wants
head.
to share it.
Nobody wants it now.
So that's a cool thing to get to watch kids take that on for the first time.
Yeah.
And it's I'm not starting the middle school team, so no, I don't think that's a benefit.
But do you think we could do more middle school meets? Maybe.
I think we'll do at least one a year.
Yeah.
Probably about perfect.
Yeah.
I think more than that.
It's just another building block.
Yes, and it was fun, and it does show them the excitement that can be a part of school sports.
Yeah,
sure.
Unless if they want to hire a middle school coach, that'd be great.
I mean,
I'm full up on activities.
okay. Well, I just thought I'd throw it out there.
I'm getting old, Neil. Getting way too old to be adding anything else to my plate.
So, Coach, we appreciate you guys coming in. I know that you got to get to practice.
We got practice.
So,
At least some of us are going to practice.
he's going to rip his shorts or something, and he's not going to be able to practice.
He's on the
He
high
cheats
end
out.
tonight.
Yeah.
I just saw it on Twitter. They brought it up.
Adam Shoulder came in.
Adam Schefter tweeted out Cooper Gross has a shoulder injury. He's not going to be able to be there tonight.
Yeah. Said he hurt his apostrophe.
But his brother will be there.
Because his brother takes practice serious.
His brother's fine.
So, all right, guys. Well, good luck the rest of your season.
Thank you.
And
you.
we'll touch base later on to see how you are doing. And go AquaIndians.
Oh yeah.
Guys, thanks for tuning in this week. We'll see you next time.
Stay safe, friends.